Germans living abroad, let's be honest, there are things that we just can't get out of our heads about Germany. Whether it is the smell of fresh baked bread or Brötchen walking into the bakery in the morning, the connectivity with trains, there's always something that we're gonna miss. Stick around because you won't believe what made it to the top of the list that you might didn't know that you are missing until now. Are you ready? Let's go. Hey, my name is Misha and I've been living outside of Germany for the last 9 years. And don't get me wrong, I love living abroad. But after spending 28 years of my life in Germany, there are definitely things that I miss. And I know that I am not alone. If you are a German expat or you ever visited Germany, this list is going to hit home. So let's grab a snack and dive deep into the top 10 things that Germans miss about living in Germany. Coming in at number 10 of the list is something every German abroad complains about: the bread. Germany has over 3,000 varieties when it comes to bread. And no matter how many baguettes, loaves of breads, and sandwich bread you'll find in other countries, they never come close to the crunch, the flavor, and the varieties we do have in Germany. From a freshly baked Brötchen or a hearty loaf of Schwarzbrot, the German bread culture is serious. And that's one thing we all crave abroad. I know, Germans love to complain about the Deutsche Bahn, but let's be honest, once outside of Germany, you start to appreciate how convenient, how well connected, and mostly on time the public transportation in Germany is. Whether it's the S-Bahn or the cross-country ICE trains, Germans really miss the reliability when abroad. You'll never look at your local transport the same way. Ruhezeit, the sacred German quiet hours when it's illegal to mow your lawn, vacuum, or blast music. As Germans, we may have taken this for granted, but after experiencing noisy neighbors in odd hours abroad, you'll find yourself really missing the enforced peace and quiet of German Sundays and afternoons. It had to be beer. Germans are very serious about their beer, and for a good reason. Not only does it taste amazing, but beer culture in Germany is so much more than just drinking. It's about socializing, sharing stories, making new friends, and enjoying life. If you lived abroad, you will know that beer is just not the same outside of Germany. One thing that is really magical about Germany is the Christmas markets, Weihnachtsmärkte. And let me tell you, in 9 years here in the United States, I haven't really found one that is close to what we got at home. The smells that you experience walking through the Weihnachtsmarkt, the roasted chestnuts, the food in general, Glühwein, and the festive lights is a holiday tradition like no other. If you ever spent Christmas abroad, you know how much you miss the cozy and charming Weihnachtsmarkt atmosphere. Recycling is serious business in Germany, and you just realize how serious recycling is when living abroad. From the Pfandflasche system, where you get money back when you bring your cans and bottles back to the store, to the 5 bins, and that's probably exaggerated, but I know of at least 3 that we have where I'm from, which is paper, plastic, and Biotonne, which is all the food waste and the biological waste. The Germans really have it down, the recycle system, to stay eco-friendly. When you move abroad and see how casually other countries deal with waste, you'll miss how organized and efficient Germany is when it comes to recycling. You knew that this one had to make the list, right? The Autobahn is legendary for a reason. There's quite nothing like driving on a highway without a speed limit in sight. And yes, I know that there are parts on the Autobahn where there are speed limits, but in Germany we still have highways without a speed limit at all. You can drive as fast as you want. And if you love cars, this is probably the biggest thing to miss. Moving abroad to a different country and their speed limits sometimes feel downgrading and very restrictive if you once experienced the Autobahn. We arrived at number 2, and I want to know from you if you agree with the list. If you have something that you miss, put that in the comments below. But now let's get to number 2. In Germany, you can walk through the park, hang out by the river or the lake with a beer in your hand and no one bats an eye. Public drinking is pretty normal, and I don't mean getting wasted in public. That can get you in trouble in Germany as well. Walking through the park with a beer, sitting in your driveway with your neighbors and having a beer, or walking down the street from a neighborhood food truck festival with a beer is allowed. And living abroad in countries that are way stricter when it comes to that, sometimes you wish that relaxed vibe from Germany to be where you at, where drinking a beer in public is just not against the law. And finally, the number one thing Germans miss the most abroad is the healthcare system. In Germany, healthcare is affordable, efficient, and accessible to everyone. If you experience the healthcare system here in the United States, you just know how much you miss the German healthcare coverage. No one wants to deal with surprising bills and extremely high surprising bills for basic coverage. And in Germany, you don't have to. So what do you miss the most of living in Germany? Or if you ever visited Germany, what do you love the most? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the like button, leave me a comment, and subscribe for future content about the differences and fun facts of Germans living abroad, in my case, here in the United States. I see you in the next one.